Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Narmek, and welcome to a weird of the 12 days in Narmek. It's not gameplay focused, which I think is really bizarre, but we're going to get straight into it. I'm stealing this from another YouTuber, Jax Looks at Life, who kind of looks at his analytics for his most popular videos. And I thought I'd do this for this year because I think, genuinely, it is one of the coolest things to look at. And, you know, I genuinely just want to say thanks to you guys, because it has been... I can't even put it into words, you know? If I was just switch OBS scenes super quick, you can see... This is my 2019 analytics. Yeah, we got 2.6 thousand views, 121 watch hours in the whole year, and 1 overall subscriber. If you click on that tab, you can see we were gaining and losing them, but like overall we came out with 1 extra than we started the year with. And yeah, you can see my most popular videos that year. That was unlisted for the entire year, but it was watched more than most of the content that came out that year. There was some good stuff though. There was some good stuff. Don't get me wrong. But definitely, yeah, the good stuff came at the end of the year, which I think, you know, if you want to attribute to anything, if you look at the bottom line here, you can see the views were pretty consistent for most of the year. You know, it kind of dips down in the middle, but from about May 5th to 2nd of September, I just wasn't uploading anything. I reacted to Nintendo's E3, but I was just gone. I had GCSEs I needed to do. My upload schedule was thrown off just before that, and I couldn't really find a point to get back into it before I needed to kind of start revising for those. And I went away on something we call in the UK called NCS, which is like a summer camp thing. But I was gone for most of the year, and you can see it's kind of like, oh, it's a dip. And we came back and we did start making content. Not particularly good, but we did some content, which I think is good. It was pretty cool. But if there's anything I've learned from this year, what I earned in the whole of last year, we pretty much earned in the last month, which is mind-blowing. I can't find words to describe how like surreal that is. Like, we got 7 times more subscribers than we did last year, pretty much the same amount of watch hours, if not slightly more or less, and a bit less views, which, you know, I'd say is doing better. And you look at those views, and they're pretty much the same as the amount of views that videos were getting for the whole of last year in just a month. And that's all thanks to you guys. Well, obviously, you're here for the big one. How was 2020 been? There it is. I'm not going to beat around the bush, and I got something in my eye. Just wow. First of all, 156 subscribers. Mental you are. You notice there was a lot less subscriber loss this year too, which I think is chill, but a huge part of this is attributed to a bunch of things. And we're going to start off with the small things and work our way up. But, you know, 3.6 thousand watch hours. That's... I'm just going to say it's about 30 times more watch hours we got last year. Crazy. You put that into a calculator, that is, you know, I don't think I really want to say that out loud, but just yeah, I'm sure you can do the math. It is a lot of like days collectively were spent watching my content this year, which is crazy. Now you may think, oh, down here it's kind of tapered off a little bit, and yeah, I agree to some extent. You know, like, you know, in comparison to the last one, those are probably higher numbers, if not around the same, but they just look so small because when you put it into perspective with what happened this year, it's just so insignificant. And of course, 50,000 views. And you look at the top videos for this year. You got Inviting Bob, the new most viewed video. That Bitcoin video is nowhere to be seen. A review getting 800 views. What? And I think I'm gonna lead in with that. So if we can search here review, I have come to like YouTube Studio. I do like it. Yo, I just want to say thanks if you watched the reviews. They were a cool thing, which I tried a little bit of in 2018, and I cannot tell you what compelled me to make that Sonic Unleashed one, as long as it was in 6 days. But, you know, something made me think, alright, I'm going to make this. And, you know, looking at the support here, it's plain to see. First of all, people did not seem to take a liking to the Shenmue review that much. Though it could be because I premiered it. Who knows? Maybe for the second game, I'm just going to flat out upload them, because apparently premieres damage like overall views, so... Again, I'm not going to make up excuses. I know Shenmue isn't the most viewed thing on the channel. The Bob review that came out last night, my face cam's covering that up, but it's on 6 right now. It's only been out a couple hours. But yeah, seriously, thank you for watching the reviews. Crazy. I remember when the Sonic Unleashed one first came out, and it got 10 views. I was like, aye, that's cool. And then I come back in like a week, and it's like nearing 100, and I'm like, whoa. That like never happens. It was kind of weird. But if I can find it. I'm going to set this back super quick. Yeah, you can see, where is the date? There we are. So you may notice it starts to pick up around a certain day. And I know exactly why that was. So it's the February 28th is when things are like, okay, it starts climbing. There's a reason for that. I think it's, let's get a boat as far as I'm concerned. There it is. I know myself far too well, and I'm sure YouTube's recommendations are going to absolutely massacre me once again. Yep. But this is a pretty inconspicuous video. Yeah, why views pick up suddenly after this video? I got an okay amount of views. First of all, I go on like a I go on like a decently long rant about like how lemonade is an underrated drink. Don't ask. February was a different time when the pandemic wasn't going on, at least to my knowledge. But you've come down here. I have a little comment chain, and whenever I remember that this was the start of the current upload streak on my channel, still going, I'll leave a little comment. And well, yeah, since this video, I was just like, I'm going to upload daily, and I did, and now we're here, and okay, just click on a random video, why don't I? You can see the differences night and day, like the before and after that date is like notable. But yeah, I think you can really tell where things picked up. I can't beat around the bush. What is it? I think it was Deserted Island Life, if I'm not too wrong. Excuse the very loud keyboard. Yeah, this. So I'll play them on mute in the background. This was the first of the New Horizons series, which is like, again, you reviewed it. You should watch the review. It's pretty good. It took a bit longer than the Sonic Unleashed one. I was a bit tired from all the schoolwork I was getting, but I remember this coming out, and I was like, okay, this might be something here. But when it first came out, it didn't get that many. It was stuck on 10 views for a while. But I remember rewatching it, because I rewatch all my videos when they come out, just look for like errors or anything, say the audio starts glitching, and if there's a way I can fix that in editing, I might end up re-uploading. I'm sure some of you have seen like a few examples of that, if you have notifications on. You're like, oh, it's been uploaded, no it's not, it's vanished midway through me watching it, because that's happened a few times this year. Yeah, I noticed that audio was gone. But I rewatched this multiple times, just to try and get it into the algorithm. It was a good video, in all fairness. It's weird looking back on New Horizons, like, because looking back on this now, looking back on this footage, I didn't know what this was going to do. This was like March 20th, so I'd been up daily uploading for a while. So I think, yeah, it was like 20 days. And I remember specifically, in the Animal Crossing video before that, for City Folk, it was 58, I think. At the very end, I said I was kind of scared going into New Horizons, because I was scared I was going to like it too much and not go back to that game. Which, you know, obviously, with hindsight, it's kind of cool to get a look into that thing. Yeah, at least in my personal opinion it is, but obviously this became the absolute view machine. You think ahead to April 1st when Inviting Bob came out. Little did I know that my obsession with two villagers, Bob and Roald, would get me thousands of views and hundreds of subscribers. Yeah, that was a big surprise. I remember after Inviting Bob, I went on Etsy and bought Roald's Amiibo card, which the proximity of those two videos really helped, definitely. But it's crazy. There's a little bit more cool stuff too. I can't think what I was going to say something, but I lost my train of thought. Oh, here we are. This is cool. So obviously it shows how many views there were. 50,000. I cannot visualize that amount of people. I mean, I can't visualize much, so it's, you know, not that outlandish, but still. And then you'll click on reach. I mean, you see those increases yourself. 7.2 impression click-through rate is like unheard of on YouTube. Yeah, like View 1 says more than I ever could. But impressions. That's quite a big number. Obviously not all of them clicked through. For those of you that didn't decide to stick around are crazy. I know I mentioned the sub thing before, but we lost a lot less subscribers this year. Yeah, it's cool. I don't want to say, because as I mentioned, I might not have mentioned, but I'm sure some of you will know that in March and a bit of April I was daily uploading New Horizons. But I was kind of scared going back into the into like regular content cycle. I can't find it on my content playlist because it was legit about 250 days ago. That's a lot of pages for my PC to load while recording. But what I will say is that I'm kind of glad that the transition went well, because one of the first things I uploaded, and I think you know where I'm going with this, I put bracket and then former world record that should come up. Yeah, this is a pretty inconspicuous video. VOR has been a series on the channel, again, finished, took forever, but I'm glad I was able to get through the whole game. Just one of the weird things to happen on this channel was I ended up getting a world record in speedrunning. Again, mind you, only one other person had ever speedrun it, but the fact that this was the first game I had actually ever tried to speedrun, and I ended up getting the former world record. Maybe the King of the Known games will return one day. But again, that was just a weird thing. A lot of like weird stuff has happened with this channel this year, and I'm kind of glad it has. It's crazy, it really is. And I can't say thanks because honestly, we may not be anywhere near being monetized. We're close to the watch hours, which is thank you. Subscribers are still way off. I always think that when my channel gets monetized, because YouTube tends to recommend videos that are monetized more, it's kind of like, they're making money from it, why wouldn't they recommend it more? Now, I have a feeling we're going to skyrocket to the moon, but until then, I'm kind of happy with this little community we've got going. Whenever a Dwarf 2 video releases, for example, I think it was, I might be wrong on this, but I think it was the soda level. It was like 50 minutes long. I come back about 2 hours after it's been uploaded, and it already had 100 minutes of watch time, which when you consider I watched it basically straight after it came out, I think, which is rare. I normally watch them later at night when there's nothing else on. But it's like, whoa, someone watched this entire thing, and enjoyed it. It's like crazy. And I do want to end this off on kind of a different note. Because, chances are you may be here for one very specific type of content, which is fine. But I do want to point out that there are a lot more playlists here. On my displayed page, you can see all the other stuff I've got going on right now. So only some of the stuff is displayed, obviously. But, if you was to come up here, a little featured channel, so check out the VOD on the Twitch channel. Little content every so often. I need to update my channel section, but I refuse. But yeah, if you come to my playlist section, ignore all the, whatever you'd call ARG stuff. It's an ARG-filled mess in my saved playlist video. But you come into my playlist section and created playlists, you basically get a decent collection of playlists where you get your reviews, you get your 12 days, you get your debobs and your skybox in. If you want a nice place to find all the content in a series, it's a good way to do so. I've been doing it for like a good while. Some of this stuff is ancient, so I wouldn't recommend scrolling that far down, but not enough is. Yeah, it's like around here. So, some of the stuff I have no idea why I made it. Some of the stuff should just genuinely be unlisted, but I'm lazy, and I think it gives it charm, shall we say? Yeah, if you ever fancy watching like the whole of a series, you can just click on that. Say you want to watch every video I've ever made, which is a playlist I have spent far too much time trying to organise. There should be a button around there for you to save it. That applies with any of them here, so you can kind of go back and forth between them and watch them. And they should just be in order, so you don't really need to click on the next one. They just kind of flow from one to the other. So if you fancy giving some of those a go, then feel free. But again, seriously, it's been such a weird year. Check out some of the other stuff on the channel too, obviously. There should be more stuff coming out this night. I need to record ACNH and ACCF Christmas Eves. Those are probably going out tomorrow, and there should be a top 10 games video, ideally being rushed out the door later tonight as well. But I wanted to get this one out because I need an excuse to render something so I can get to wrapping presents. But genuinely, those numbers. If you asked me last year if I expected to be getting basically what I earned in a year and a month, I would tell you no. But obviously, it's fine, thank you. And I know support has been down since Animal Crossing kind of dripped off a little bit, but I'm glad that some of you have stuck around. The before and after, again, is like night and day. I'm glad they've got this upload streak going. And really, I think that's everything to say. Seriously, this year's been so great. I can't wait for you to see what I've got in store for 2021. And after the 26th, we're back to our regular scheduled programming. In an ideal world, it might take a few days to get back into the full swing of things, but I'm sure you can hopefully understand. But with all said and all that aside, that's all there is to it. Thank you so much. And with all that said and all that aside, thanks for watching, guys. Mine has been Naramic, and peace out.